Hey guys, Kyle, the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for One Piece episode 869. Yeah, I'm sorry this one's extremely late, guys. It was kind of one of those things where, I was basically out. I was basically out. I was basically at a bar and I was watching my dad play his. I was watching it. It was my dad playing with basically his band. So yeah, that's the reason why this is late. But I guess it's better late than never. But yeah, having said, let's just get to One Piece episode 869. So with this episode, the thing about this episode is that it signifies that there were two episodes away from this long hard fought battle of Luffy versus Katakuri pretty much coming to an end, and it's actually kind of funny because despite how long this fight has been going on in the anime, it's with this being its with this episode being its 20th. It's actually felt a little shorter, at least compared to other main fights in the One Piece's time skip anime wise, and I don't know why because it's obvious that they have stretched out in multiple episodes and there have been slow moments, but yeah, somehow when you look at the entire journey that pretty much got us here, it somehow seemed less painful than usual, but then again, I think a lot of that's because Toei. I think that a lot of that is because when it came to this, I think a lot of that comes from the fact that when I look back on this arc as a whole and how it's been handled in the anime, I do realize that the one big thing that Toei didn't do is that they didn't pull didn't pull a lot of the same crap that they did in an arc. Like I suppose it would be I suppose in another long runner like from dress Rosa, where because the biggest flaw with Dress Rosa is that they repeated the same goddamn backstory a whole at least at least two pretty much dozen times. So yeah, the fact that Toei didn't do that with the fact that Toei didn't repeat a lot of the same mistakes that they made in Dressrosa with this arc, it does kind of alleviate the whole manner of pacing pain, I guess you could say. So yeah, and with having said that, with this fight nearly being over, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that ending, which is Luffy activated a new ability of Gear 4, Snake Man, and I'm not gonna lie. This is basically one of those transformations that completely took that when I first saw this in the manga, I literally thought it would. I literally thought it would basically turn. I was stupid at the time. Let's just put it that way. And I thought that this transformation would literally pretty much turn that the Luffy would basically turn into an actual snake of some kind. But and it's kind of that, but it isn't entirely either. This particular form is probably his. It's the reverse of this particular form that Luffy has achieved at the end of the episode. It's the reverse of Bound Man. Let's put it that way. Like it isn't as bulky. Let's put it that way and leave it at that. But and the rest, yeah, like this Snake Man, it is definitely it is definitely it's definitely the most hype thing in order to look forward to. At least there's the whole hype thing to look forward to when it comes to next week's episode. But yeah. Now, having said all that, I'm trying to decide if extending the flashback of Luffy's training was really necessary. I mean, it was cool to see the animals helping Luffy, but in a weird way, I feel it kind of undercuts everything. I feel it kind of undercuts, almost undercuts pretty much everything that everything. I feel it undercuts the whole backstory and the meaning of basically what undercuts the backstory a bit of and just the involvement that Ray had in it. But yeah, it was yeah, but the whole it's I don't know. It just feels weird. I don't know. Just extending the backstory, it felt a little weird to me. I don't know. The only thing the only thing I really got out of the backstory for me is that it really started to show how Luffy earned the respect of the animals before leaving the island, and just a little hint of him using future sight. Like that. That's honestly the only thing that I really got out of that extended portion of the backstory. So yeah, it was a cool addition, but overall just the extending that backstory alone, it felt kind of pointless. Then again, there was very little anime only content actually added to the episode outside of that. So, if that's my only real complaint, then consider it a win in Toei's corner. Like just the fact that they only did only little changes to the episode is kind of amazing. But then again, like I said, I think Toei is kind of is reaching the point where yeah we're basically we're reaching the point where we want to move on from basically everything of Whole Cake Island and move on to more, which even if that is the case, yeah, I can see the next arc pretty much pretty much having a little expansion for sure. um Now, having said that, though, I will say that there is one major freaking detail we actually learn in this episode, and it comes with the introduction, or I guess in this case, reintroduction of a character, which is that and and it's one of those where I think it was already kind of shown a while ago, but now it's officially confirmed, which is that Snack, yes, the pretty much former who was who was originally one of the former Sweet Generals, Snack himself, it was Snack himself is alive, and for me, the reason why this is still so shocking to me, even having known about it from the manga, is that I still am questioning and wondering what the hell went down after he was defeated, because I was certain that Snack's life force would have been stripped from him, for pretty much failing, and he's still alive and well. So I guess this is supposed to prove that even Big Mom has some room for has a little bit of room in order for forgiveness, or at least when it concerns her own family. But yeah, with Snack being alive after the battle with pretty much Uruj, yeah, that's it's just one of those moments in the series history where like want to know the backstory of how the hell that pretty much this guy he managed to survive after suffering defeat. Like usually when Big Mom hears about defeat, she pretty much gets angry, and she doesn't show any mercy. So the fact that Snack is alive is still kind of intriguing to me. Um, yeah, and yeah, from there, like out of all that, and other than all that, there wasn't really much more to the episode other than Luffy and Katakuri exchanging blows with each other. One thing I will say is that there was something I will say one thing that I found interesting about the fight this time, and maybe it just comes down to the fact that it is starting to wind down, is that the episode, like the Katakuri versus Luffy fight this week, it felt very relaxing. Like I felt very. I was just kind of unlike most times where Luffy and Katakuri have fought in previous episodes. This felt like a point in the fight where I could just like sit back and enjoy the fight for pretty much everything that it was, which is that everything that it was. And I think a lot of that, I think a lot of the fact of the relaxing quality of the fight this time around uh, is that like I said last week, we basically worked past all the walls of bullshit with Katakuri, who at this point I think Katakuri he's content. He just doesn't care about anything else other than having wanting to finish the fight with Luffy, having wanted to finish this fight with Luffy on his own terms. And overall, Katakuri he really just looked like he was actually enjoying himself, because because in this case Katakuri has put all those expectations that his family have put on him to pretty much rest, and he's like, yeah, I'm doing this for me. I want to see how how pretty much strong I am when I'm pretty much pushed when I'm up against an opponent who can push me to my absolute limits. So yeah, I really, yeah, so yeah, the whole fight this week, it was just cool in that aspect that Luffy just kind of that it was just kind of that was just really simplistic in how it was executed. So yeah, um, but yeah, guys, that's all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Mr. Crunchyroll. That Night of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.